Hey everybody, it's Cowboy Mike with the Cowboy Mike Poker Cowboy Log. Gonna put the mask on, the bandana for the cowboy image. And we're with Nick today from Ballys, cash game player and tournament player, and you just won a seat to the World Series of Poker, correct?
Yeah.
So Nick, tell me how you get into poker and what you have achieved from poker, your successes in life from poker as well.
Yeah. I played cards as a kid. My grandmother, gin rummy, started playing poker probably about 10 years old, and played for money my first time around there with some adults at like 92, and saw rounders in 98, and played as much as I could possibly. And then after 03, there was much more games available in bars and everywhere, so I was playing pretty regularly. And then I played for a living from like 09 to 2014 or so.
And how did that go?
It was good. It was a struggle. I wasn't as good as I back then, and it was a grind. It was a grind, and I wasn't loving the grind. And I was looking to do something else that was more passive income. And I had some rental property that I bought in college.
Now, how did you buy the rental? Was it from poker earnings or?
Yeah, a little bit. Poker was kind of my supplemental income my whole life, and I saved up a lot. I used to work at Foxwoods. I saved up in my 401k, supported myself supplementary with poker, and then was able to put a down payment on a 3-family for my first property. Then I bought a couple other properties the following years and was managing those properties.
How many properties do you have now?
Now I just have 2. I have a development in Pawtucket I'm working on, 27 units, and I have my 3-family. I sold the rest.
But you have a company also.
Yeah, I was managing property for about 10 years when poker was getting more of a grind, and I realized I had the skill of property management. So I started a company, Nexus Property Management, and that kind of took off. So I left poker for 6 years, built the company, actually franchised it, and then I came back to poker, and now I'm...
So is it fair to say that Nexus Property Management is the biggest management company in the state of Rhode Island?
It's up there. It's up there. There's a couple of the big ones. A lot of the bigger ones, they are bigger because they own a lot more property. I don't own much property, so...
So tell me about tournaments now. You just won a seat to the World Series.
Yeah.
I know you backed me last year.
I took a piece of you.
Staked me, took a piece of me.
Yeah, I had a piece of a couple people last
my
year.
friggin' aces ran into ace queen, and that's another story. But
I whiffed on all my horses last year, but we tried. So I wanted to play some tournaments, so I got some side bets going. I got some motivation for that, and had to win a seat. And now I got a cash in the main. I got a couple bets for a 10-1 on 1,000 with some friends. So I'm working on that. Hopefully we can lock those up.
So somebody's betting 10-1 that you don't cash, you do cash.
Well, they gave me 10-1 that I would win a seat and then cash.
Oh, nice.
So I got 2 takers on that, and we did the first leg. So I'm excited.
Nice, awesome.
Button that up.
So what's your primary game for cash? I know I see you all the time at the 2-5 and the 5-10 here at Ballys.
Yeah, 5-10 here at Ballys is gonna be hard to get me out of that. I try to do most of my playing there, and then I'll do like some of the tournaments that pop up that are within an hour. I don't go too far.
So you're going to do this tournament coming up at Mohegan on Wednesday and Thursday this week?
How much is it?
$50K guarantee. It's a $400 buy-in.
I'll probably skip that.
30-minute levels.
I might skip that one. But
and get ready for the W.
I did the $600 one last time they ran it.
Do you do any studying at all? Do you study at all, or do you just play your game because you've been in so long?
I look at the stuff. I deviate pretty hard from a lot of the solver stuff, but I do look at it to try to figure out what I try to figure out what the player pool's doing, and I know a lot of people look at that stuff, so I'm aware of it. My style is really like on the ether, away from that.
You're to the left.
Yeah, I'm out there, so.
Great. All right, listen, thanks for taking the time. I know you want to get back to your game, especially here at Ballys in Lincoln, Rhode Island, because they've got the worst poker players on the East Coast here, so come on down. Even from the 1-2 to the 2-5 to even the 5-10. I mean, there's some good players there like Nick, but for the most part,
I'm lucky.
if you're a good player, you can probably win some money at Ballys. So, and all right, thanks, Nick.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Awesome.
So now we're going to talk about Mohegan's son today. That we had a little snapshot in there of George. George wrote a poem. I'm going to put the poem up in a minute. George is a regular player at Mohegan Sun. And we're going to talk about Mohegan Sun's tournament coming up on the 19th, 20th, and 21st. The 19th of this week coming up is a $50K guarantee at Mohegan Sun. And that's in Uncasville, Connecticut. It's a $30,000 starting stack with another $5,000 with a dealer add-on. And it's 30-minute levels. Both days, 30-minute levels. So one of the things we want to try to do, and talking to a lot of players, we need some casinos to step up to the plate to do some 40-minute level tournaments. 40-minute levels and 2-day events or 3-day events where it's 40. Turning Stone has got it down. They do a 40-minute, a 50-minute on day 2. The Pox has got a 45-minute, a 60-minute day 2, and 90 on day 3. Foxwood used to have them all, and we were talking to Mohegan today, some players, and they were saying, what the hell happened to Foxwood? Why did Foxwood stop having big tournaments? I know they keep on using the excuse of the dealers, but if Mohegan can do it, and Foxwood can generate enough of dealers to have these one-day events at 30-minute levels, why can't they have a 2-day event with 30 and 40, or 40 and 50, or 40 and 60, like the old days? So this is what we're missing here in New England, and I think everybody agrees with me. There's a lot of players that want to play the longer level tournament. So we just want you to know out there, comment below what you'd like to see in your area. We know New Hampshire's starting to have a lot more tournaments. They have a 5:30 today, actually, Saturday. It's June 15th, and they have one at 5:30. I think it's 20-minute levels. I don't know what the stack size is, but they got that now. And they're open later now up in Manchester, I understand. I don't know about the whole state of New Hampshire, like Gate City. I don't know what the hours are. You'll have to check Poker Atlas. And if you don't have a Poker Atlas app, or you don't know how to use an app on your phone, just go to pokeratlas.com on your phone. There's also Poker Bravo, or Bravo Poker, an app on that as well. And there's also a website for that. So you can check all the local tournaments in your area. You can check all the way down to Florida if you wanted to on the Bravo app. So Bravo is what most casinos use when they check you in with your card, and when they swipe your card at the table. Most casinos use Bravo, and when they use Bravo, your name comes up, in a cash game or whatever. But even in tournaments like at Encore, I believe they use Bravo too. I'm not 100% sure, but I know your name comes up right in there, right on when you buy into a tournament Encore, your name comes up right at your seat. So, and it also shows a clock. So it shows the tournament entries, how many. You can get the structure on Poker Atlas. You can look at all that stuff. So, the Northeast is coming back slowly, but it is coming back. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this segment with Nick from Ballys. I'll put his name up there also in the YouTube. Nick is also a good friend of mine outside of poker. In my other business, I do work for them as well. I'm a state constable in Rhode Island as well. I'm a private investigator for 34 years. So I do all Nexus's evictions, and I have for the last. I have done Nick's evictions since he started or bought property back in the 2000s. But anyway, so if you need a PI, a good PI, check out Mr. and Mrs. Detective.com, and also check out our nonprofit. We have a fundraiser coming up September 28th, 2024, at Post 85 in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, at the American Legion's AMVETS Post and 870 River Street in Woonsocket. That's going to be from 11 to 7. It's a bike run, so if you know anybody who likes to go on those things, it's a charity event. We're a 501c3 nonprofit, tax exempt, so you can write off any contributions that you want to make to NewEnglandMissingChildren.org. And what we do is, we assist in the search for missing persons, okay, without any cost to the family. That's what we do. That's what this foundation, this organization does to help those people. So if you don't have anything to do with your poker winnings, think about donating to NewEnglandMissingChildren.org as well. We're going to be coming out with some gear later on this year, and we're going to take a percentage of that, and we are going to put a percentage back into NewEnglandMissingChildren.org. So check out the website. I'm going to put the flyer up here on this post as well. But anyway, it's Cowboy Mike Poker, and it's Cowboy. This is the Sea Log, Cowboy Log number 30, and we are at Ballys in Lincoln, Rhode Island, which has an active room today. There's probably 11 or 12 tables today. So if you're in the area, come on down. If you're not in the area, we'll see you at the table.